Hello, hello, hello. It's Blake Cahoon of the Angelic Path coming to you live from the Team Speaks show. So I guess I shall be going under. We are the Divine Guidance Team. We consist of Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Master Yeshua, Kuan Yin, Master, Lady Master. How would you like to be addressed, my lady? Lady Master will do. Thank you. Lady Master Queen Yin. The Orion energies of Bartholomew, Mallory, and Ellery. Malachi, Master Yeshua. Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary. Archangel Metatron, Merlin, who doesn't like the title. Master Katumi. And that will do. That will do. That will do for the moment. We have quite a few of our brethren around us right now. And we've been able to calm her down just a little bit. And we love her enthusiasm. We love her enthusiasm. She had a good time today, and that was good for her. It's good to have fun, is it not? It's good to take time out for yourself. This is bothersome to us. We must put that away. She has a very messy desk right now, and it's discontentment for us. It's disconcerting for us, as there are so many things here. We're not used to things around us when we deliver this type of message. We love the fact that you're giving us thumbs up and hearts. So thank you. Thank you for being here tonight. Now, if you have any questions, please ask them, and we will try to get to some of your questions. We cannot guarantee all of your questions, and somewhere along the line, no doubt that we will have answered questions that you perhaps had in your mind and yet did not write down. So this is the way this type of session evolves. It's good to get out of your comfort zones and explore new ways of life. This is a way of opening up the energies within you. And one of you asked, what was I experiencing for the last 2 nights? There are many energies swirling around you, and as a light worker, you have a tendency to pick up on these because you're mostly sensitive to these type of energies. And there's been geometric magnetic storms lately, meaning there's been more sun spikes, more cosmic energies that are present. You just went through a rather large supermoon period, full moon period that was a supermoon. There's always something going on astrologically. You were at the beginning of a new month, a new season. And while it started in September by your calendar, the energies have a tendency to go with the meteorological emphasis, so that your your December 1st will be your meteorological winter, meaning that your weather patterns will become more winter-like. We did a speech recently at one of her mystical fairs, and apparently we disturbed some people in the audience because we started talking about your earth changes and how the wildfires and the storms of this past season were unusual, and that we said we would recommend buying property in Miami Beach or even along the outer banks of North Carolina, South Carolina, or any of your waterfront properties, because Earth is changing. And they were disturbed by what we were saying. They were not believing that the climate was changing. They believed what we were saying was that the climate is changing due to man. And there is much controversy, we understand, among human beings about whether climate change is just of a cyclical nature, that climate change just happens now and then, which it indeed does, or does man contribute to the climate through the use of ultimately polluting your skies. And we were saying that it was a combination of both. You cannot live upon a planet and have industrial means, which you've only had since the early 1900s, late 1800s, and have an effect if you're pouring non-natural materials in the sky to the point where you're polluting the air and aren't able to breathe the air, which in the 1970s California went through, and in the last decade the Chinese have gone through. There is a Paris Accord, climate accord, and only your country, United States, has decided not to, due to your current administration, to join in on this, and yet many companies within your country are indeed acknowledging the fact that climate change is happening, regardless of who is and who isn't to blame. We don't like to assign blame to anyone. We simply say it is what it is, and if you push against something, then it's probably going to roll or push back, or it's the law of cause and effect. What you send out into the world will have an effect. This is the law of cause and effect. It's very closely aligned with the law of attraction, which is like equals like attracts like. And so what we would say to you, and this person was extremely disturbed to the point where they left the session that we were here and slammed out the door, as she would have you have believed. And indeed, the door closing was a rather loud noise. And whether you believe that you have an effect on the environment or not, just as you believe or don't believe in anything, it doesn't matter if you believe or don't believe, if indeed it has an effect. You can believe what you wish to have, but it is your beliefs that will cause you to move yourself out into the world with your intentions and cause you to be the person that you are and set up the circumstance vibrationally for what you are experiencing. Now, what we are also going to tell you is that, as so many of you want to know, when are you going to get to peace on this earth? Truly, this earth is not set up that way. But please note how much you've achieved over the last 200 years. You have learned a lot about what is peace, what isn't peace. Many of you have experienced great loss recently with the many mass shootings. And we've been busy on this side of the veil welcoming new members into what you term heaven. And while we always welcome people all the time, we wonder if perhaps these people did not choose to come at this time. There is debate about this too, which we will not touch upon tonight unless we choose to. But you have a choice as humans on your planet. We can only love, guide, and support you. We can offer suggestions, and we can give you answers to your questions and say, perhaps you would like to do it this way. We are never going to judge you. We are never going to force our opinion upon you and say it must be done this way, for there are many ways anything can be done and achieved. And you have so many options, which is another reason why you came to Earth, because Earth is full of energies and options. And one of the things you're experiencing now over the last few days is many energies that are coming forward. And because you are in the middle of a shift, and you're not in the middle, you're the beginning of a shift, and this shift will take place probably at least a lifetime of yours. So you're not going to say, oh, I started here and then I'm going to come out of the shift. You're constantly changing and evolving and moving forward in life and learning. So there's always shifting, and so we can call it the shift, but it's only the present, the shift. There is always evolution going on in your world, and that is as it should be, for this is what Earth is for, to let you have a place and a stage and a platform, just as we are on a platform here talking to you tonight. But you as an individual have a platform that will allow you to, and yes, we have changed a little bit here on the accent, but you have a platform that will allow you to be the unique individual that you are, and allow you to experiment and have different options. You can try this out, and you can try this out, and you can try this out without too many ramifications or terrible circumstances. Some of you do have the choice of taking life to more extremes, and we invite you to do that. But we would like you not to do that with harming yourself or others around you, because they came here, and if you are disrupting their lives and their patterns of behaviors and their patterns of being, and you did not have an agreement with them, then you have disrupted them. And that is when we become concerned. And in your last go-round of your mass shootings, we've noticed a few individuals come to us on this side and said, why are we here? We didn't sign up for this. And we have had to explain that there has been another mass shooting in this country, and that the humans in this particular country have chosen this way of behavior. The majority have them, and they have not been loud enough or vocal enough to warrant change. And so it is. And so these people will probably think about it and come back on a regular, rather regular timetable of reincarnation, and come back because you interrupted them. Others decided that they were going to leave at that time anyhow. And when you leave this planet and come to heaven, which is simply another dimension, actually it's several, but when you transition from the body to from the physical to the non-physical, which is where we reside, and we become physical only through her, that is why we use a channel, is that you decide how you want to proceed. And some of you come back, and some of you do not, and some of you stay for a while and enjoy the amenities that we have to offer. And often you find yourselves longing for contrast again. It is true. If we were to ask each one of you to stand still for 10 minutes, wouldn't you just squirm? Many of you resist meditation for this reason. You do not like being still. You like to move and move and move, especially in these days of your fancy-dancy instruments and your computers. And while we enjoy being a part of this, for this technology allows us to come forward to you, you do expect a certain amount of things that happen instantaneously. And life sometimes isn't meant to be instantaneous. You are supposed to relax and enjoy life and make it fun for you. And if you're running around the barnyard with like a chicken with its head cut off, is it any good for you? No, you are getting sick. Your body resists and it gets sick when you become so busy that you have forgotten how to have fun. Hmm. We will now look at some of your comments, or we have come round robin in our explanation of have you had some fun lately. We will expect you to have fun. Life is not meant to be so serious. Your loved ones who pass over, they look back at you and they go, oh, we wish they had learned. We're fine over here. Do not worry about us. Go about your own lives. We will check in with you now and then. And yes, physically we cannot touch, for we are here and you are there, but we are here together still. And that is allowing the continuity of that which you call life, for your loved ones are just a whisper away. And they love you, but they look at you and they want more for you. They see what they could have done in this lifetime and the opportunities they missed. So when an opportunity comes, take it. Look at it. Don't run from it. Don't be afraid of opportunities. Embrace opportunities. That is what makes life very, very interesting indeed. Now, one of us will come through and start reading these comments. Please tell me who your spirit guides are. We did a wonderful meditation many weeks back in one of these shows that she does. Become still. We will not tell you who your spirit guides. We will tell you how to figure this out for yourself. For otherwise, we would be here all night just answering that one question, and we do not wish to just answer that one question. What we will say to you is be quiet, meditate, get into a space where you are able to accept names and say to Archangel Metatron or Archangel Michael or any one of us and say, please, Gabriel says, ask him, ask Metatron. These two, Gabriel, Metatron, Medi and Gabby. You see, we like to have fun too. And ask them when you are relaxing, perhaps in the very brief morning of the hours when you awaken or when you fall asleep. Ask, who are my spirit guides? Please give me a name. And then the first two names will be your guardian angels. Your spirit guides come and go all the time as your needs change and your wants and your desires. We flow in and out of your life, which is one of the reasons why we don't care to give you our names all the time, because there's too much of a changing of the guard. You can just simply say thing 1 and thing 2, spirit guide 1, spirit guide 2, angel 1 and angel 2. We do not care for names. We are here to do the work. We're not here to just ask us our name, and the name that comes to you is the one that you need to be using at that time. And if it sounds like a weird name, it's a weird name. And if it sounds like a common name, it's a common name. It's okay. This is how you learn our names and your names of your specific spirit guides. What are they doing with me at night for the past 2 nights? Many of you who are energy workers have been given downloads. This is a computer term, but indeed, it is a term that allows us to come in and adjust your matrix, your energetic matrix that each one of you have. We've been doing adjustments so that you are more in alignment with the current energies that are coming in. And there are geometric storms going on that you do not need to be entangled with. There are forces out there that you do not need to be entangled with, and so we've put protection. And so if you have felt any of these energies over the last 2 to 3 weeks, and some of you will, it's what you call a rollout, so that it is rolling out to each one of you. And while we could do it in a blink of an eye to all of you at once, it is less disconcerting this way to do it as a rollout, a gradual rollout from now until the end of this year, and somewhat into the next year, but not too much. Question. Never seen you do this. I am excited, Angela says. Hello, Angela. Jamie and daughter Rita needs help. Do I need to go there? Can you speak to her on the phone first? Speak to her on the phone and then see if a trip is necessary. She believes a trip is necessary, but we believe that a phone call should suffice. She's dealing with things she's never dealt with before. She needs mommy's reassurance, mother's reassurance. We do not mean to be looking down on the situation. We do not mean to be derogatory in any form or fashion. Please forgive us if that is the tone that we took. We are being severely scolded. LOL. No. I need to have some fun. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Why is most people don't believe this and don't get it and look at you like you're crazy? Because they are living in a different reality. You are living in a vibrational reality. We love that term, vibrational reality. We did not, well, actually, we did come up with it. It's just that it was first spoke of by one of our brethren, Abraham. Vibrational reality. You choose to live in a vibrational reality. You have, it is again to the belief systems of your culture that you are, and this is falling away, but you've always had this stigma of you're different. And if you're different, then you are to be feared. And if you are feared, then you are pushed away, put into a box, and categorized and labeled as such. And we are of the opinion now, and this is what the shift is all about, is to take you out of your boxes and provide you a new way of life. And have those who are fearful of the situation fall away, and they are slowly falling away. They are slowly being enveloped in the new energies. Do you not recognize the fact that aromatherapy and the smell of candles and are a big product by your Glades and your Johnson & Johnson's companies and so forth and so on? Did you not realize that they are now pushing this way of life? Holistic experiences, chiropractors are now in vogue. Yoga is now in vogue. All of these different Reiki. We know of Catholic churches who endorse Reiki healing. Do you not believe that this was not happening to you prior to the 1960s? In the 1950s, you would not have heard of this at all. And it takes time. You know, you are in 2017 now, but look at how much progress you have made in just a short amount of time. And we look at time differently than you. You look at time as, well, it's been either a long time, and many of you, some of you, you'll notice that when you were 20, time, when you looked at someone in their 60s, you would thought to yourself, I will never get there. And yet, the person that is now in their 60s looks down at the 20-year-old and go, my time is shorter. And I have more wisdom. And I share it with you. But no longer do I look and say, oh, between now and the time I'm 90, do I have a long time? I need to get things done. You need to have more fun. And so time is subjective. Time is subjective and beliefs are subjective, and you have actually come a long, long way. And what do? You just ignore those people. You feel them out and say, will this person accept me? No, they will not, because they are not on the same page, the same bandwidth that I am on. I am here and they are there. And there's nothing wrong with them being there. They are there, and as they go from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime, they will slowly go in the same bandwidth. Believe it or not, that all of you had to get to this conclusion at one time or another, through one lifetime or another. You did not always think this way. You figured it out along the way. It's a process from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. And so you now look at people and you align yourselves with those who you are in alignment with. And for the rest of the people that you're not in alignment with, let them be on their way. We hope this answers your question. Jamie says yes. We do not know what yes was. We are looking at your comments. The time goes by so fast. If time allows, I will ask at end. I don't know what is wrong, Blake, about not hitting the show. We do not understand either. I was wondering that. Peace is in our heart, not externally. Indeed, peace starts here. Most startings start here. Your self-worth. If you are not progressing the way you wish to progress, it is because you are not looking at the self. You are not looking at the worth of yourself and the value of yourself. This is a lifelong quest, and one that we encourage you to pursue so that you can get what it is that you desire, including that ever elusive thing called money. Once you start with peace in your heart, remember, you know, we have her put, and we're going to move this because we notice that we get really into your face otherwise. We notice that, and we have her post, her being our channel, Miss Cahoon, post many sayings. They come from us. It takes one candle to light the darkness. So as you go forward, you find peace in yourself, and you spread that peace to others by being who you are in a peaceful manner. Thank you for all of you for joining. We saw something earlier, and we saw a long paragraph. We are trying to find that paragraph. If time allows, I will ask, and let others ask what they love to know. That is very nice of you. I proceed going to school. Should I proceed going to school? Someone is asking. What do you feel in your heart? What do you feel in your heart? Fill out the forms and see if it aligns with what you're feeling. Feel it for yourself. With any decision, you have the ability to ask a yes or no question and do muscle testing. Ask this one about muscle testing. It is simply a matter of allowing yourselves to feel the inner you, the inner and higher self, to answer some of these questions. Sound is okay here. Any health advice? Yes, we expect you to eat regularly, eat healthy, which is hard to do in the United States since you have guidelines that are all over the place. Exercise, everything in balance. Everything in balance. If you were overweight, cut back, exercise more, consume more calories. Yes, we break it down into very simple procedures. Yes, we understand it's not that easy. We are channeling through a body that experiences this type of situation. We have told her to go and exercise more, and she is reluctant to do so for whatever reason. If you are overweight, exercise. The point is not exercising to the point where you're going to hurt yourself and drop dead. It's simply getting the body to move. Balance. Any health advice? Yes, balance. Balance in all things. Balance your lives out. And we are not finding it. We do apologize. We do try to answer as many things as we possibly can. Is that energy shift go to bring more negative emotions? This is an interesting question. An energy is simply an energy, just as this bottle is simply a bottle. What it contains could be positive for you or negative, depending upon what you feel is in this bottle. When negative emotions come up, they need to come up so you can process them properly and put them in their place. If the same negative emotions come to you time after time after time, it is the universe's way of saying you have something to look at, to examine, so that you can process it properly and put it where it needs to be. Otherwise, this will continue to pop up for you because you're not dealing with it. Again, it has to do with balance, and this is in balance. And that is true for all of you. How many times have I been here? We suggest you doing an Akashic Records reading to figure that out. Again, we're not going to look at individual questions. With the Angelic Wisdom Show, she does have a tendency to do that. Usually people who are here in this lifetime who are watching this type of program and not being judgmental about it, you've been here at least 1,000 to 2,000 lifetimes. Most of you are in that range of several thousand lifetimes. Look at what it is that you are doing now. See what it is that your career has led you, that your family life has led you, the people, your beliefs. And from there, you'll be able to figure out who you were. You have overarching themes of your life. You could be teacher or healer, explorer, discoverer, scholar, or writer, or so forth or so on. And you contribute in each lifetime by being with others and sharing those ideas, and so that the collective of you grow and expands in those ideas. And you're not here to learn lessons, but you are here to learn and grow. You're not being in a school per se, but if by chance you learn something along the way, isn't that delightful? Because it allows your soul to expand. Just as the universe is expanding, so you are in a soul manner. Unless you're stuffing your face and then perhaps your body is expanding too. But then you are out of balance. Need input. What should I pursue after I retire? What do you like to do? What do you like to do? Each of you have been exposed to what you call a bucket list. We do not like that term, for it is a list of things that you should do before you kick the bucket. But make a list and then start following that list. Needing spiritual direction, please. Team, should I work on it more? Yes. Why would you ever stop? What should you pursue after you retire? What is that you like to do? If you like to fish, go fish. If you like to golf, go golf. If you like to go to the movies, go to the movies. If you like to do, this is your time to take the money that you have saved and do the things you really wanted to do with your life, just as she is now doing what she really wanted to do with her life. She has been trying to do what we are doing right now with you for so long that sometimes now she gets to a point where she's looking at the situation going, oh no, I'm now afraid of doing the thing that I wanted to do. And yet here we are doing the thing that she, this one here, this physical body person that we are channeling through, wanted to do. And is she having fun doing it? And she's saying yes. Do what is in your heart. This is why you should save up enough money or find another means, but do not sit on a couch and watch TV all the day. That is atrophy. Do not just atrophy when you retire. Begin to live. If you do not, and that is what we would love for you to see happen as you continue through your spiritual journey. Your 9 to 5, your 8 to 5, your 5 to 5 or 5 to 6 or whatever jobs that you have. These jobs that you come home and go, oh, I don't like this job. Why am I in this job? I know, it's keeping the mortgage going. We're going to let her tell the story in just a moment as we jump out because our time is almost up. But start living your life. Start looking at what you really want to do and pursue that. Money will come. She is living proof that money will come when you let go, let God, keep the faith, trust yourself, and keep on the spiritual journey that is yours regardless. You can't get off this spiritual journey. It is who and what you are. Do not deny yourself the joy and the pleasure of life. Have some fun this weekend. Have some fun between now and the next week when we talk to you again. We are always talking to you, and we will be talking to each one of you. She is not, it is not, we are not exclusive to this one. We are globally, universally, exponentially known to all and come in many forms, fashions, and figures. And we come to each one of you because we love you, and we support, and we guide you. And we want to say thank you so much for this time on this night and in every night and day. We feel honored and blessed. And we can send you, each of you, many, many, many blessings. And so till we meet again, we say good night. Okay. Blake's back. Hi. I see all the stars and the thumbs up and all that. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed tonight. I hope that they answered some of your questions. And so I hope that you did get some questions answered and that they were of value to you. And you learned something tonight. So thank you again, everyone. I wanna share tonight, just before we leave, I'm going to, okay, now it's over here. So it's over here. I want to show you this sign that I have up here. It says, don't just count your blessings, share them, okay? And I share with you my blessings. And so thank you. And the guidance, the team says thank you too for tuning in, telling your folks, friends about this show. And let's spread the light. Let's spread the light and the love. Thank you so much. Bye now.